Our devotional thought from the Old Testament today comes from Genesis, our reading of when Shechem raped Dinah. And our theme is this: sin confuses the human brain. Let me say that one more time. Sin confuses the human brain. Now, I want you to notice the grossness and flagrancy of this sin. In Genesis 34, verse 2, it says, "But when the local prince Shechem, son of Hamor the Hivite, saw Dinah, he seized her and raped her." So notice, seized and raped. There was no participation. There was no mutual consent. He seized her and raped her. This was a violent act. And then after he seized her and raped her, notice what he did. In verse 26, it says, "Including Hamor and his son Shechem, they killed them with their swords, then took Dinah from Shechem's house and returned to their camp." So she was seized, raped, and then, forgive me for lack of a better term, abducted. Yeah, she was abducted. She wasn't allowed to go back to her family. She was taken to Shechem's house and held there. So all of this violence perpetrated on Dinah. She's seized, she's raped, and then she's abducted and held against her will in Shechem's house. Now, after he does all of that, look at verse 3 of Genesis 34. "But then he fell in love with her, and he tried to win her affection with tender words." Now, wait a minute. You have raped this woman. You have ripped her clothes off. You have used your strength violently against this woman, sexually molested her, raped her, and abducted her. And then when you get her in your home, you try to use tender words to win her affection? Excuse me? Are you brain dead? See, this is how bad sin confuses the human brain. But it goes on. Look at verse 11. "Then Shechem himself spoke to Dinah's father and brothers." Now listen to what he says. Now remember, he has seized her, raped her, and abducted her. Listen to what he says to her father and her brothers. Quote, verse 11, "Please be kind to me and let me marry her," he begged. "I will give you whatever you ask." Grabe talaga. You rape my sister and then you ask me to be kind to you? You rape my daughter and abduct my daughter and then ask me to be kind to you? Maybe I'll make your death a quick one. Now, you know, guys, please, you're thinking that in your mind. Now, the point I want to make is this. Oftentimes in life, people will do the most horrible things to us. And then in an instant, it's like they then want us to be nice to them. They want us to accept them. They want us to understand them. And we've all gone through this in life, diba? And we're sitting there going, what? Are you brain dead? Sin confuses the human brain. Sin seems to remove the very thought of consequences from people's minds. This guy has seized this girl, raped this girl, abducted this girl, and then wants to win her affection and wants her mom, her dad, and her brothers to be kind to him. I see this many times in life. I see people doing horrible, despicable things, and then they want you to be kind and sweet and nice to them, as if they've forgotten what they've just done. Sin confuses the human brain. It removes the very thought of consequences. Don't be manipulated by it.